I'm going to do a behind the scenes look at AstroCompasse Oracle. And I am walking up the driveway right now because there is a beautiful view from the top of the driveway that I'm going to share. So you see I have my gate closed and I have my little package drop-off box out here. This is my version of biosecurity. I did not have this gate closed prior to the coronavirus outbreak. So this is my road, and these are the Cabinet Mountains. And if you look this direction, which is clouds, that direction is the Selkirk Mountains. And here's the front of the property. So as we come down towards the house, you'll see I have all of my garbage staged on the front porch. I'm going to leave it out for 7 days before I take it to the dump, just as a courtesy. So here's the house on the left, and my little shop, and my trusty truck. This rig's name is Old Henry. It's a 1990 F-250 with a 7.3 IDI in it. And let's see here. So this road goes down into the property. There's 10 acres of primarily wooded land. And we're going to come over here to see the star, or one of the stars of the show. The horsies. That buckskin mare in this frame here is Lucy. And she is a spoiled, rotten monster right now. And that's my little horse shelter from Logic Shelter. I put that up in the fall when I moved in here. This is a rental property, so I need something for the horses. And here's the water source. I run the hose down the hill into the shed. And I offload 1,300-pound large square bales of hay using cargo straps in this tree off the back of my truck, wrapped in a, I think it's a 20 by 40 type tarp. And I send it down to the horses using this heavy duty utility sled. And I'll show you how I get down to the horses. I'm not going to walk with the camera because, as you can see, this requires some focus. It is about 26 degrees right now. As I drop down here, temperature drops. This little beautiful area down here, you just see trees now, is a cedar grove that I like to come hang out at, and so does my horse. And this is Star Pony. Star is recovering from an extremely severe bout of founder and laminitis. She's sort of effectively crippled right now. So she gets pain meds every day, and her little bed cleaned out 3 times a day, and special grain and special herbs and all kinds of good stuff. She's a rescue pony. She came from a pretty rough situation, and I'm embarrassed. You can see her whole haunch is filthy dirty because it is too cold to get that off of her coat. But so this is the shelter. And I feed First Cutting Timothy, which is a low carb, higher protein food. And I free feed the horses year-round. It is time to do the water trough. I do that on Mondays. So here's a little winter paddock that I have set up. Star doesn't go out in this. She mostly just lays down and eats. But she is improving and spending more time on her feet. And walk down here. This is inch and a half electric tape fencing. And I'll be popping this out into the woods and see if I incorporate another acre or two so Lucy has more room to roam, because she is a beast. And the more room she can run around, the less trouble I have with her. Hey kid, you gonna say hi? No? Oh, you're gonna say hi, miss. Yeah. So Lucy is a foundation quarter horse. She's about 15, 2.5. And she's a pretty solid mare. Hi, princess. Hi, horsey butt. You see her? That's her nose, very close. Let's see if I can get. Oh, she likes her ears scratched. And I love. You know my love. She's shedding big time. Big time. I love. Yeah. So she wears a sheet, and I just took it off this morning so she can air her coat out. She likes to roll in the snow to get the shed out, and I'm happy for the help. So this, Lucy, I'm going to show off your physique, my love. Come on, do horsey stuff. Get, move it. Let's go. Come on. Oh, sure. Now you won't dance for me. Come on, Coob. Come on, kiddo. And right back to her favorite spot. So that's that's the horses. And I come down here about, it depends on the weather, but minimum twice a day. Usually 3 to 5 times a day. And I can go up that stairway there that I came down, or I'm going to take a walk because it's absolutely gorgeous right now. Blue sky wants to come through with these low-lying clouds. It's not warm. Look how gorgeous these trees are. I mean, oh my God. This is not a bad lockdown. To be fair, I've listened to a lot of internal guidance over the past several years about what I was perceiving as a change. Not entirely sure, like everybody else, exactly how that was going to play out. And so we're seeing the beginning of it. There's more to come. But just look at this. Oh my God. I came down here at dusk while it was snowing the other day. And it was like being in the magical kingdom, and it still is. It still is. I hope you can hear the birds. So, this is how, when there's no snow on the ground, I bring the rig down here through this road here and offload the hay at the bottom instead of shooting it down the hill in the sleigh. At least that's what I did last fall. It actually works quite well the way I have it right now, so I might continue doing it that way. And this road goes down, follows power poles, and then intersects with a larger I think it might be gas line easement. And so this summer I'm going to probably cut out a little cross-country jump course throughout the woods here. Set some jumps up and have some fun on my horse. And this is the road up, back up to the house. It's magic looking right now. It absolutely is incredible. It's snowing and sunny, and the snow is melting all at the same time. So over here is the yard to the side of the house, and my chicken coop, and there's this hill here. I'm assuming these are wild roses. They're extremely thorny, but man, this would make a great corn or raspberry terraced growing area. The fence has grapes growing all along it, and they're a juice grape. So I'll be steam juicing those this harvest. And here's my kids, the feathered posse. These chickens are new to me. I've got 4 Buff Orpington hens and a barnyard art rooster. The only one who's got a name so far is the rooster. His name is Lou, and he is named after my grandfather. Let's take a look at what the girls are doing. Hi ladies, anyone making eggs? I haven't figured out my chicken coop. This sort of happened very impromptu. As I got news, you are starting to go broody. Good deal. So this is my little, I was hoping to encourage somebody to go broody. And so these hens are over 2. They're not, one, 2, still I have 5 eggs in there. They're not super productive layers, but I'm also a vegetarian, so I don't care too much about that. Some protein from eggs is fine, but I'm really wanting them to sit on those eggs. These are fruit trees, by the way, and a compost pile that I know not what I am going to do with or what it is useful for. This is an Italian plum, and I don't know what these are yet. I don't even know if they've produced yet. So here's those grapes I mentioned. Also, here are these really long, this is a raised bed. This particular one still has a lot of sand in it. The soil here is almost like 100% sand. So this may need some amending, but I think it'd be great for stuff like carrots and beets and stuff that likes nice sandy soil, so I can get real straight veggies for fun. But anyways, back to what I was saying about the chickens. Yeah, so I'm trying to get somebody to hatch babies. And so that's what's going on there. I think I've got another hen coming in who is definitely more of a pet chicken, and all she wants to do is be a mama chicken. So I might have at least 1 or 2 go broody, which right now, because chickens just turned into gold apparently like within 3 weeks, that's a good thing. So here's another raised bed. These just, when I moved in, we hadn't yet quite had snow. It was like November, and there were still kale and some broccoli and I think some chives, and I think there's rosemary and the other one over there. But these are going to be put to work big time. And if I'm here next winter, my plan here, there is an aluminum frame I found down the bone pile at the bottom of the hill down there that I don't know if it was meant for it, but it will fit right on top of this raised bed, and it will probably come out about, I think it's about 12, maybe 14 feet long. I can cover that with some visqueen, make a cold box for growing, and then my idea is to do a large compost, well, that's not right, to do a compost heap down here, maybe probably about 5 by 5 by 5, and it'll be enclosed with an opening going into the cold frame to provide heat, because compost done right can put out about 90 degrees of heat for almost the entire season, and if you reserve compost you can continue to add to it. So that's my plan here, to be able to do food production. So one of the things that was super cool when I moved into this house, aside from the fact that I have this fucking awesome chicken coop, like look at that, is that so cool or what? And this shop, talk about being blessed. I mean, seriously? I'm always like in awe. I can't believe I get to be here. So over here, this entire hillside here that you're looking at, little hillside, all of this is hops. And it's a very prolific crop. When I moved in, the whole thing was absolutely lush with, dried hops, but the leaves still being green at that point. So that'll be a lot of fun to play with and formulate and do all kinds of stuff with. I don't drink alcohol, so I don't know that I'll be brewing beer with it, but there's a lot more to do with hops, and it has a lot of medicinal properties, including anti-anxiety and sedative for sleeping, which at this point in our lives would be good. So here's what's going on behind the scenes here.